Gilbert was camping in the woods. He was with his family on the annual camping trip. He hated this trip. The location was beautiful, but he didn't have anyone to go with. Being an only child is hard. It was really hard for Gilbert. Well, it was Johnny. Johnny that no one but Gilbert could see. Gilbert loved Johnny because he never gave him crap. And he always had his back. This was an unusually different camp that year. Gilbert could just sense it. Johnny could too. Something was happening in the woods. Strange sounds at night, noises during the day. Of course, Gilbert's parents wrote this off as nothing. They never really listened to Gilbert. One day, right after breakfast, Gilbert decided to play in the stream. He had a little boat he took every year. He always imagined himself as a pirate captain and Johnny his first mate. As he made his way down to the water, he noticed a disturbance in the air. Johnny let out a horrible scream as the trees parted way, probably 50 feet away. Glancing up in complete horror, Gilbert could see something looking at him through the trees. It had red glowing eyes. It was also very tall, the seconds noticed. Gilbert leapt to his feet and ran for the camp. He's screaming, "Help me, Dad! Something through the trees!" As he reached camp, he noticed no one was there. It was as if everyone had just disappeared.
He ran back and forth from tent to tent, looking for his family. The tents were tattered. Clothes and belongings had laid outside of the tent, and the suitcases were shredded as something had clawed through them. What happened? Where did they go? Gilbert whispered to himself. Suddenly, the noise of rustling leaves could be heard from behind him. Startled by the noise, Gilbert jumped up off the ground and turned around to locate the sound of the noise. Running towards him as fast as his leg could carry him was Johnny, who had a horrified look on his face.
Bruh.
It took him! It took him! He screamed, pointing into the woods. Gilbert looked away Johnny was pointing and sweared he could see something staring back at him from deep within the woods. Gilbert swallowed anxiously, and he slowly walked down the path that led deeper into the woods, Johnny not far behind him.
Gilbert noticed as he made his way back to the original location of where he saw the red, evil eyes. He looked around and saw nothing. Nothing was there. No creature, no Johnny, no one. He was there completely alone, and it was silent. All that he could hear was the birds chirping and the water streaming down the stream. Gilbert was scared to say anything, though, in fear that the creature was listening to him and that he would come out at any time and tear him to pieces. So he anxiously whispered, "Johnny, are you here? Where are you? Are you out there in the woods somewhere?" There was nothing. No sign of Johnny. Which was odd, because he was right behind him. But as he stood there waiting for something to happen, waiting for his end of his life story to occur, the clouds suddenly became more prominent in the blue sky, and it just became dark. And as he stood by the stream, water rained down and poured down by his feet. This made him more depressed and wanting to crawl up in a ball and just pray that it would all end. So he got down on his knees and softly said, "I'm alone. I'm here all by myself. This creature's gonna get me. The monster's gonna kill me. Mom, Dad, where are you? Are you out there? Are you dead? Did he get to you?" He then heard a sudden scream that made his body go cold. He looked up the stream a little ways and suddenly saw blood coming down the water. So he thinks, "Holy crap, is that blood?" So he runs up to it to check the stream to see if it actually is blood. And he looks down into the water and his face drains out, all the blood in his face, and he goes completely white as he's looking at his reflection. Now all he sees is red, evil eyes staring back at him with little drops of blood running down his face. Now this shocks him. What is going on? Why do I see this? What is this? He stares back up from his reflection and sees Johnny standing there frightened, thinking, I remember that I was the one that went to the campsites and tore everything up and tore my family to pieces, killing them all. Johnny God started to scream frightened. And as I made eye contact with him, I jumped at him. Slash. Death. Monster. Evil. I'm done.